Good morning. Kevin Cahill, founder, Canadian legacy builder. Cloudy Monday morning. Today was one of those days where it took a little while to get out of bed. But once I did and I was catching up on some of the morning news, I came across an article in the National Post titled $35,000 Tax Bill for Widowed Dad from Scotiabank's Mistake. Obviously, that got me going. It reminded me when I read that article of fall of 2004. Shortly after my father-in-law passed away, I was with my mother-in-law at the branch in Kingston, and we had the notarized copy of the will in hand, and we were looking to close out the one account he had at that branch. Being fairly new in the financial services industry, I knew that everything passed tax-free to the surviving spouse. Sitting in that branch manager's office, he proceeded to tell us what he was going to do. He was going to open up an estate account, put the money in the estate account, freeze the account, apply for probate. Well, if you know the process, you'll know that that takes time and that takes money, and it's completely pointless. We got into a bit of a cat and mouse game. He dug his heels in, I dug my heels in, and about 45 minutes later, I finally said to him, all right, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to contact the Kingston Whig Standard and tell them what you're going to do, and you can explain to them why you're going to do that. In about 15 minutes, my mother-in-law had a bank draft in her hand, and we're walking out of the branch. Fast forward a year later, shortly after my mom passed away in the fall of 2005, I was with my father at a different bank branch, sitting in a different bank manager's office, and I could have recorded the conversation from a year previous and replayed it, because word for word it was exactly the same. I didn't let the cat and mouse game go on for too long, and I finally threatened to bring in the Ottawa Citizen. There was only $3,000 in my mother's account. It's amazing then, this article in the National Post today that talks about the bank only offered to pay for their mistake after the media got involved. Amazingly, if this was an independent financial planner, not affiliated with a bank, they would have been on the hook from day one. A lot of people say that their bank has their best interest in heart. I continually challenge that statement. In this world of corporate returns, they care about themselves. There are great people within a branch, but at the end of the day, those great people are ruled by the bottom line. If you truly want professional advice, deal with someone local who's educated, qualified, has some skin in the game themselves, is backed by a national organization, and who adheres to a strict ethical code. Because after all, isn't that the mark of a true professional?